Welcome to the AP Physics Workbook tutorial. Here I will be covering 5.G, the Ballistic Pendulum problem. To help you along, I supplied you with these notes here that you should take a look at. This problem in the AP Physics Workbook is a rehash or a retelling of what's in the textbook called the Ballistic Pendulum problem. If you see a bullet will hit a stationary mass and it will lift it a height. Here, you could see that the momentum is conserved, so the total P before is equal to the total P after. mv is equal to m plus big M v prime. V prime is the collision velocity, or the velocity after the collision. It's m plus big M because the bullet is stuck within the mass. This would be conservation of momentum. After that, you can use the conservation of mechanical energy in the vertical direction. That states that the kinetic energy that was coming in at 1/2 m plus big M collision velocity squared is equal to the potential height that's going to be gained. So all the kinetic energy that comes from the collision is going to be equal to the potential height that it moves. Here is a very good equation for you to have in case you can solve for multiple things like height or the collision velocity. Here they show you that the collision velocity is equal to the square root of 2gh. If you ever want to find the original velocity, it's down here because v is the original velocity. And they got that from this equation by just dividing the little m here to the other side, and they got what the final velocity was. So these two equations are really helpful for you to understand this problem. This and these is the main key idea from this problem. So let's take a look here. The first thing they want us to do is sketch a horizontal and vertical velocity versus time. So the horizontal velocity in this problem is going to be constant because there is no acceleration. So it's going to be something like that. That value that it's going to take, it's going to be v cosine theta. And now you're wondering, wait, why is it v cosine theta? Well, if you take a look at the projectile, you can break it up into its vertical component and its horizontal component. All right, the horizontal component is going to be v cosine. The angle symbol here is called phi, and the vertical component is going to be v sine phi. That's why the horizontal component is here completely horizontal at v cosine. Oh, I put the wrong symbol. It should be phi. The vertical component, you might think, oh, it's just horizontal as well. It's not horizontal as well, because remember, gravity is acting downwards. There is a gravity that's pulling it downwards. Therefore, the velocity is actually decreasing over time. So it would look something like this. Okay, make sure you do not go past the 0. Now, determine the speed of the dart just before it strikes the block. Your answer should only include v0, phi, theta, and L in the physical constants. We see that it will strike it at v cosine phi. Identify the system by circling both the dart and the box with a dotted circle. So this would be the system here. So we can call the system the dart, block, and earth. Okay, you have to include earth here because of the gravitational potential. Let's look at the block's initial momentum. We can see that the block's original momentum can be any value, but the mass is small, so we can say it's this. let's see, I can fill it in. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's 7 units of the blocks. The initial momentum here was 0. And the reason why it was 0 is because the object was at rest here. So the mass is like that. Now, when they are together, conservation of momentum says the momentum final is going to be equal to the momentum initial. So the block of unit here was, let's say it was 7. So the total here also has to be 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right? But there's more mass. So I have to divide it evenly. So 2, 4, 6, 7. No, how about this? Nope, that's 9, 6. Nope, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right there. That's how it would look like. Okay? This states that the initial velocity will equal to the final. The initial momentum is going to be equal to the final momentum. Now, the question says, in this experiment, a dart with a greater mass is launched at the same speed and this angle. Okay, will the block go higher or stay the same or decrease? I will say that it is going to increase based on my intuition, and we're going to see why. This is an important problem, so I'm going to go through the explanation very in detail. First, if the mass of the dart increases, then the initial momentum will increase. mv equals to p, mass times velocity equals to momentum. Mass increases, momentum is going to increase. The system is closed because there is no net external forces acting on the dart block system on the horizontal direction. Therefore, the system follows conservation of momentum. Initial momentum is equal to the final momentum. What is in black is just commentary. You do not have to write it in your answer. What is red is what you need to write. Now I can plug it in and with the correct variables. mv naught equals to m big M v1. v1 stands for the collision velocity. M is the mass of the bullet. Big M is the mass of the block. If I solve for the collision velocity, that's what I get. I will say that the collision velocity v1 will be greater now since the mass of the dart increases. That's the first part of the answer. Here's the second part of the answer. In the vertical direction, now you have to apply conservation of energy. K plus 0 equals to 0 plus UG. That means the initial kinetic energy is going to be equal to the final potential energy. There is no initial potential and there is no final kinetic. So what is happening is all the kinetic energy is going to be transferred to potential in this situation. If you plug in the values, now the mass is canceled, and the problem only, if you take a look, it asks for the height. Right here, when the mass increases, what will happen to the height? And I know that the mass will increase the velocity. So I'm only looking at the velocity the situation is asking for. I said that the height will increase when the collision velocity increases. You should see it mathematically right here. The collision velocity squared is equal to the height. So that's what you need to be your justification. I gave you a little bit more to show you the details. Moreover, in greater detail, if the velocity increased by a factor of 2, like the bullet velocity increased by a factor of 2, the height will also increase by a factor of 4 because of the squared. Vice versa. If the velocity of the collision is reduced by a factor of 1/2, the height will also drop by a factor of 1/4. That is the relationship between the collision velocity and height. But here, I can only talk about the collision velocity and height because it's right here. So literally, I can plug this in here. I can plug this in here if you want to make your life easier. So it should look something like this, right? And you see M is on top, right? But there you go. That is 5G.